Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton and beyond. This week, we have an exclusive with Olympic gold medalist Carolina Marin as she gives us insights to her momentous victory in Rio. And we tell you all about Tajikistan badminton and the development of the sport in the country. If there's one player who truly epitomizes an athlete's hunger to excel, it's Carolina Marin. Her dogged pursuit of sport's ultimate prizes have been steadfast, tenacious, and evident for all to see. The Olympic Games gold medal was a dream the women's singles player had conceived in London 2012, when, as a 19-year-old, she crashed out in the group stage of the competition. After bowing out, Marin tattooed the Olympic rings on her left wrist and made it her mission to succeed in Rio. 4 years on, the Spanish world number one has a gold medal to go with her tattoo.
It was a really good achievement for my career, and of course I feel really happy to get one of my important goals, one of my dreams. It's impossible to describe this moment. I can tell you one thing that it happens in my mind in this moment, that I work really hard, and you know, when you are working hard for something and then you get the reward, this is the most amazing feeling you can have.
When Marin stepped on top of the winner's podium in Rio, not only was the victory a realization of 4 years of hard work, the Spanish ace also became the first female European player to win an Olympic badminton gold.
I didn't know at the moment that I was the first woman single player that in Europe that won this medal. I know after I got the medal. So it's, I feel really happy to make history, but to make history for my country.
This year, Marin's performance prior to the Games had been lackluster, with her best coming at the European Championships, in which she defended her women's singles crown. With the left-hander looking some way off from the world-beating form she had displayed in 2015, there were doubts if the double world champion could pull it off in Brazil.
My goal for this season is to win the gold medal at the Olympics. So most of all of my preparation was for the Olympics. So I didn't give so many importance to the tournament that I have been playing, but my focus was in the preparation for the Olympics.
With a strategy to peak in August, there was little concern in the Spanish camp that Marin wasn't the dominant player she was last year. Much focus, though, had been put into enhancing her playing potential so that she would hit top gear at the Games.
I have 2 months to prepare for the Olympics, and I need to change so many things like technique, tactic, and physically, and also my mental to the Games. I have a really good psychology, and also my coach. I was very prepared for that. I know what I want. That the goal is to win the gold medal, but and then I have to prepare to win the gold medal. So when I went to Rio, I know from the beginning of the tournament that I really wanted to win this medal. So all of my focus, all of my preparation was to win the medal.
Spain's leading lady did not disappoint in Brazil. Marin didn't drop a game in the tournament until the opener of the women's singles gold medal match against PV Sindhu. The Indian shuttler battled her way to snatch the first game 21-19, and her late surge to go one-up had surprised the Spaniard.
I lost the set because at the end she changed something in the net, and I wasn't focused so much. in the game. But when I have the break and when I talk it with my coach Fernando, and he told me something important for me that give me some power to came back to the game again, and I did.
Whatever Fernando Rivas said to Marin certainly helped, as she came back roaring to take the next 2 games comfortably. So what did Rivas say to the Olympic champion?
He said that when I came here to the National Center, we had a conversation, and he asked me what will I want in the future, and I said I want to be a European champion, world champion, #1 in the world, and Olympic champion. So he wanted to came back in the time.
And while the Olympic champion was in the spirit of sharing her thoughts, we asked her about her trademark shrieks. And what she tells herself during a game.
It's a secret. I can't tell you what I said, but I say some strategy that keep my focus on the game. This is my character. It's how I am. It's how I feel good on court. It's how I focus on the game. I mean, when I shout, it gives me some power to me, and also I want to show to the opponent that she cannot beat me. She can have an opportunity to win the game.
All England, World Championships, and the Olympic gold. Carolina Marin has checked all the boxes. Today, the Spanish star has won every single high-profile individual event there is to win in badminton, and she's on the way to being remembered as one of the best of all time. So, what's next for the queen of the sport?
Win again the same tournaments.
Time to test your badminton knowledge. In this week's trivia, we want you to name the first Malaysian women's singles world junior champion. Need a clue? She is from the coastal state of Penang. When we return, we find out more about the development of badminton in Tajikistan. Before the break, we asked you to name the first Malaysian women's singles world junior champion. The answer is Goh Jin Wei. The shuttler was only 15 years old when she clinched the BWF World Junior Championships women's singles crown last year. Goh beat compatriot Li Ying in straight games to become her country's first winner in the women's solo event. The teenager is one of Malaysia's rising talents. She can expect plenty of attention from fans as she eases into the senior circuit. The Yonex French Open was the next stop on the MetLife BWF World Superseries circuit, and fans were treated to a week of top-class action in Paris. Finals day at the Stade Pierre de Coubertin began with women's doubles. China's Chen Qingchen and Tia Yifan defeated Rio Olympic gold and silver medalists en route to the final and continued their great form against Korea's Chang Ye-na and Lee So-hee. The Chinese were in cruise control throughout, and their defense was too solid for Li and Chang to penetrate. Chen and Jia wrapped up the game in 45 minutes, the first World Super Series title for the Chinese pair. USA's women's singles shuttler Bei Wen-chang made her first World Super Series final appearance, and she hoped her good fortune would continue as she walked onto the court to face China's rising star, He Bingqiao. But the Yonex Open Japan winner had different ideas. Zhang could not find an answer to get past the 19-year-old's game plan. In just 33 minutes, the young Chinese shuttler defeated Zhang in a convincing manner and won her second Super Series title of the year. 21-9, 21-9, the final score. Men's doubles next, and Bodin Isara and Nipipon Puanpapet of Thailand reached their second consecutive finals in as many weeks, and they were up against veteran Danish pair Mathias Bo and Carsten Mogensen. Fans at the Pierre de Coubertin Stadium were entertained by the fierce exchanges on court. While the Thais took the first game, the Danes' experience and hunger for their first Super Series title since last year's Yonex All England Open saw them level the scores. But the final ended prematurely when Isara hurt his knee in a desperate attempt to retrieve a shot in the deciding game. Unable to continue, the Thai pair had to retire. Isara left the court to a standing ovation from the appreciative French crowd. The title went to Denmark's Mathias Bo and Carsten Mogensen. China's latest doubles specialist, Cheng Qin-chen, was out on the court again, and this time in the mixed doubles with Zheng Siwei. On the opposite side were the defending champions from Korea, world number 1 Ko Sung-hyun and Kim Ha-na. The pairs last met at the Victor Korea Open final, where Ko and Kim took the title. But in Paris, Cheng and Chen turned the tables and were dauntless against the Koreans. In just 32 minutes, the Chinese pair raced home to victory in straight games and clinched their second World Super Series title of the year. Last but certainly not least was the men's singles. Korea's veteran shuttler Lee Hyun-il had vanquished opponents much younger than him on his way to the final and was on the hunt for his first World Super Series title since 2008. Standing in his way was 20-year-old Shi Yuqi from China. Unfortunately for the Korean, youth got the better of experience this time. Shi won the match in straight games, and it was not without having to fight long and hard against his 36-year-old opponent and keeping his nerves under control. Having lost 4 match points to Lee, Shi kept his composure, and a delicate return that dropped just over the net finally sealed the deal for the young Chinese shuttler to claim his first World Super Series title of his career. Log on to www.bwfworldsuperseries.com to read all the latest news and information on the MetLife BWF World Superseries tournaments. The Destination Dubai rankings are updated every Thursday following a Super Series event, so check in on the site to keep up to date on the top 8 players in singles and doubles making their way to the finals in Dubai. Tajikistan is a former Soviet state in Central Asia. With a population of over 8 million people, this landlocked country boasts some of the most beautiful and dramatic mountainous landscapes. Sport has traditionally been an integral part of life of the Tajik people. While football, taekwondo, and judo are the most popular sports in Tajikistan, a certain racket sport is starting to attract interest in the republic.
We kind of wanted to push in badminton because everybody doesn't have a chance to play football and judo as well as taekwondo. So badminton is the best alternative sport, but now it is also the fastest growing and developing sport in Tajikistan.
What started out as a leisure activity among a handful of enthusiasts has now spread across Tajikistan. It's a giant leap for the nation, as just a couple of years ago, the racket sport was virtually unknown to most Tajiks. Recently, the country's newly formed national team traveled to Indonesia to participate in the Badminton Asia Under-15 and Under-17 Junior Championships. Our Badminton Unlimited team caught up with the young Tajikistan side to find out more about their story.
To spread badminton around was not very easy because the government is very, and the Olympic Committee, the sports committee, the sports federations were very skeptical about badminton being spread around, because they had their own interest about football growing, football developing, like taekwondo and stuff. Even breaking into these small towns, small villages were very difficult. They were a little scared, like, what is this new sport come? Somehow, I don't know, somehow the kids are more attracted to seeing a shuttle flying around, It just draws attention. So many times when we introduced it in villages, we tried to just gather people around their houses in a small playing area, and then we introduced the shuttles to them, and then first threw them in the air, and then things just changed. They just liked it and started asking them to throw the shuttles first, then give them the rackets, and this is how we kind of built it up. Yeah.
Badminton Federation of Tajikistan was formed in 2010, and their enthusiasm and ambition to promote the sport did not go unnoticed. BWF and Badminton Asia stepped in to provide expert guidance and necessary equipment to help in the development of the sport. Through shuttle time programs, badminton has reached several regions in the rural and mountainous areas of Tajikistan, and the initiatives have reaped results.
2016, we got 1,026 teachers involved in this program. So it's been just 2 years of 1 year actually, and about 8 months between two shuttle time programs, and we are able to produce some players who could come for this tournament under 17 Badminton Asia Championship.
Tajikistan's participation at the international level not only inspired its young shuttlers to greater heights, but also bodes well for the Federation's mission to promote and develop the sport in the country.
This tournament is a very special tournament for us. It's very close to our hearts because after we go back from here, we are going to take back a lot of learning experience from this tournament. That's one. Second thing is that with this help of this tournament, we will be able to put up to the National Olympic Committee and the Sports Committee of Tajikistan that you see, in a span of 2 years, we are able to produce at least 4 players who can participate. Okay, winning is not the issue here. Participation is more important for us.
Badminton has speed, power and agility. That is why I chose badminton. I hope to become a champion in the future. I saw many good players in Indonesia, and that motivated me to be a better player.
I want to share my experience with all my friends. I also want to introduce badminton to other villages.
Despite financial and geographical challenges, badminton is making positive strides in this landlocked country. The work may be long and arduous, but the administrators are optimistic about the future.
Our intentions are to put badminton on the Tajikistan as the #1 sport of Tajikistan that is going to be played. It's going to take time, maybe 10, 12, 15 years, but we're trying to push the process more faster so that it's achieved in a shorter space of time, because the next Olympics, I know it's very difficult for us to even think or imagine about it, but after Japan, we want to put up at least 1 player, to compete and to take part in the next Olympics.
Tajikistan have a long way to go, but they are determined to push the boundaries. Their journey will be full of obstacles, but with the passion and drive they've shown so far, they can only head for success. After the break, we learn more about the challenges an Israeli player had to face to play the sport he loves. Visit our YouTube channel, badmintonworld.tv. There are tournament highlights, plays of the day, as well as past matches to savor. Every episode of Badminton Unlimited is also available for your viewing pleasure. All the best badminton clips are just a click away. Meet Misha Zilberman, the first badminton player from Israel to ever compete at the Olympics when he qualified for London 2012. His passion for the sport has seen the 27-year-old overcome several obstacles just to play the game he loves. Last year, the right-hander made headlines when his participation at the Total BWF World Championships held in Jakarta was in jeopardy after his visa to enter Indonesia was initially declined due to diplomatic issues. With the strong belief that sport should always transcend political challenges, the BWF and the International Olympic Committee worked closely with the Indonesian government and other stakeholders to ensure that the Israeli athlete was able to take his rightful place in the prestigious tournament.
This situation was, on one side it's World Championships. From the second side, it was the most important tournament for the Olympic qualification. 2 weeks before the World Championships, we came to Singapore to get the visa here. And we got the answer no. And after this was 2 crazy weeks, the running every day, different places to try to find a way to get the visa. This is what happened. I cannot blame anyone because we know that will be hard. Also, I got a lot of support from sport people from Indonesia that they really wanted to see me playing there. Happy that without showing a result in the World Championships, I still managed to qualify to the Olympics.
In Rio, the then world number 58 improved on his performance from the London Olympics. Zilberman became the first Israeli player to win an Olympic badminton match. A huge accomplishment for a player who travels around the world to train due to lack of facilities and sparring partners at home. Badminton Unlimited caught up with the two-time Olympian during his recent training stint in Singapore to talk about his lifelong love of the sport. With a badminton coach for a father and a European Championships bronze medal winner for a mother, it was inevitable for young Misha to start wielding the racket early on.
When I was born, every day I was in the sport hall with my mom when she was still a player. And I think from this every year I got in this sport and like until now I'm here. From the age of 15, I became the national champion in singles and mixed doubles with my mom. And until now, like every year, like I'm winning the national championships. My dad is like my head coach, that writing all the big plans and about what to work and what to improve. And my mom, like the coach that do it with me every day, and so we work like kind of head coach, and me.
Zilberman began representing Israel in junior tournaments in 2003. But it was only after a 6-month-long stint in the Danish League in 2010 that the Israeli started to see results. He won his first international medal, a bronze, in Puerto Rico in 2011. That was soon followed by silver in Botswana the same year. In 2012, he reached the final of the Tahiti International, improving his world ranking by 14 places to go up to 64. That runner-up finish helped him book a berth at the London Olympics later that year.
To qualify to the first Olympics was very hard because it was the first time that someone qualified in badminton to the Olympics in Israel. So no one actually believed that it can happen. And so after the 2012 Olympics, so got little bit support from the country, but still it's very hard to live from this money.
Despite the lack of popularity of the sport at home, the world number 53 has most definitely put Israel on the badminton map.
I have like 3 tournaments that's memorable for me, winning 2014 International Challenge tournament and also semi-final GP in US 2014 and also semi-final GP in Brazil this year. So this is I think my biggest results.
With plenty of determination, Misha Zilberman is not about to give up on his badminton dreams. and seeks to reach new heights in his career.
In 2014 I was top 50, 2015 top 40. So now I'm trying more, and like I'm just having fun and enjoying the hard work that I do.
Before we go, let's see what the international circuit looks like as we check the Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, women's doubles Olympic champions Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi speak to us about winning Japan's first Olympic gold in badminton. See you next week.